Pete, stop it.
All right, we're back.
Nobody wants to hear it. We'll do an interview with you one day. I do have a song. I have a video that I want to shoot with them too. You know, I'm a stupid dad, so I'm always like, you know, making stupid raps. Yeah. And it was
this is my new best friend ever. I do the same thing.
It was Pete and Gummers, Gummers and Pete and Gummers. Ricky, one is a dog and the other is a dog. Pete and Gummers.
Wiggity.
And all it is just like bouncing back and forth from them to
the
Pete
same.
and Gummers.
Gummers and Pete.
Pete and Gummers. Yeah.
So do y'all want to?
Yeah.
Are you gonna go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got Nick over here, who is a he won't admit it.
And this is where we're gonna segue into.
He's a fucking killer producer for rap music. He loves trap beats.
Yeah.
I'm not so much on the trap beats, but I'm sure he's got one on his phone we can play. But I don't know how hard that would be to pull up. But Nick used to sell his beats to like not high. It's not like Lil Wayne's rapping, but you know, B Will.
I worked with B Will. I worked with Big Papa, and then I ended up working with Black and Mild. So Black and Mild was down in New Orleans. He had just co-produced the songs "Nice for What" and "In My Feelings" for Drake.
Okay.
So Drake wanted that New Orleans style bounce. He had a connect, and that connect knew Black and Mild. And so I listened to a podcast, Producer Ground podcast, and he was on it. And I was like, all right, let me hit this guy up. He said that he would work with local people. So I hit him up, and I was like, hey, I'm from Louisiana. I'd love to collab with you. And he hit me back. And I ended up going down there and producing 2 or 3 songs with him. Nothing really came of it. At that time, I thought like, oh, shit, this is my moment.
Right.
But it was a very interesting thing, and I had a really good time doing it. And as far as like the making the beats and stuff like that, I did sales for a while, cold calling on Instagram, and we did like anywhere between like $1,000 to I think the highest month was $2,000 a month in sales on like selling instrumentals to rappers.
Excuse me one second.
You're good.
It's the boss.
Uh-oh, mama.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. No, you're good. I'm sorry.
You're interrupting my best podcast ever.
Yeah. Tell him if he needs me to shoot out here, and I'll check on him in a minute.
Hell yeah.
Love you too, bye.
Isn't it crazy being a dad? You got so much shit to handle all the time.
That's why I got all this surveillance.
We're not breaking into here, Nick. We already got the surveillance out.
There's 6 cameras you don't even know about.
Fucking
that aren't even on that screen. That notify me when they detect motion.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good thing I have nothing to steal.
I don't either, but I like I sit back here. Okay, so let me just. So a couple years ago. Oh wait, we were in the middle of something.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. No,
I think he's trying to find a beat right now, so we got some time.
I'm sorry. Well, okay.
The beats are on your email.
All right. Fucking rights, baby.
So the first 2 that I sent to you are. You haven't gotten the third one yet.
But it looks like we're missing one. So.
Yeah. It'll probably show in a minute. But the last one that I sent to you is the collab that I did with Black and Mild down in New Orleans.
Tada beats.
So you should be able to scroll down. Yep, and then it should be able to play right here.
So this was Nick's passion that he just was like, I got to make money. I can't keep doing this shit.
I put it away, yeah.
And you made this?
Yes.
Every bit of it?
Yep.
Is it coming?
No, it will pick. It is picking up, but I don't have it hooked up to play through this yet.
Oh yeah.
But it does
It'll
pick up.
Through
it does
mic.
pick up.
Yeah.
No. It picks up through the.
Oh really?
Yeah. Out the Mud. Is that the name of it?
Yeah. So you see up there at the top. Do people see this? Okay. So at the top you have Out the Mud, Rod Wave type beat. The reason why we did that is because that's how we sold the beats to Instagram rappers, is that they would want a certain artist type beat.
And that certain artist was a Rod Wave type.
Yep, and that's a very searchable term on the internet.
Okay.
And then I would put in there the BPM, so the artist would have that, the key that it's in, and that's my BMI number. So when they would register the song through ASCAP or BMI or whatever, I could get performance rights royalties, the pro royalties off of that.
Nice.
Yep. And then at the end, you have produced by Tada Beats, so people would know.
Is that you?
Yep.
Nice. Ta-da!
And that's what the company is actually. We have like a texting service, and we put that under Tada Beats.
Yeah, because he already had the LLC.
It was a
going.
media company, and so like under that same media company, we are having that's where Social Anchor comes from, the social media agency. So like a lot of things are held under this Tada Beats LLC.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very smart.
Anything entertainment wise.
Very smart.
Yeah, if anybody is like ever interested, or like you're following, you said the 5 people, if they're like interested about LLC, we'll just go in and like we'll talk about that shit for a minute.
Fuck yeah. I like that. It's very subtle and just chill.
Yeah, so that's one of them. That next one, I don't know what I put in. Let's see. Oh, so this is the one that I did with Black and Mild. So this was
where'd that logo? Did you do that, or your wife do that logo too?
No, I actually had somebody from Buku Vapor. I can't remember her name, but she was doing graphic design at the time, and she said that she could do like character things, and so that's what I had done. Had it been in today's time, I would have done that with the artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
What were you about to do to that rabbit?
He's doing magic. Ta-da.
So because it's Tada Beats, so here's the thing: is
Rabbit looks scared.
Tada,
dinner's ready.
Got it, bitch. I really just kind of fought with it for a while. Like, what am I gonna do for the logo, and what am I gonna do for the name? And my name prior to all this, and we can go back and pull up an old video. It was Nicholas Aaron Music. I just used that as my name. He references that shit all the time.
That's his name to me, Nicholas Aaron Music. What are you doing?
So
that's how he gets called out.
So I wanted to do a rebranding. I took a music producer course so I could learn how to sell beats online, things like that. And so I rebranded it to Tada Beats, and the reason why I did that is because I really like Magic. Recently found out that Chris really
I'm
likes
a big Magic guy.
And so we really like Magic.
and just so I don't end up like Tom Segura on that podcast, you mean Magic the Gathering or Magic like
No,
Tada?
Magic.
Tada. If you have if you have a deck of cards, I will do a Magic trick.
This motherfucker pulled out a Magic trick the other day.
I will do
I don't have a deck of cards, but I'd have you do that shit all day, man.
Yeah.
We'll bring it with the wine
My son
and
was
cheese.
trying to learn, sleight of hand and hiding cards and all that stuff. And he never, I don't think he, went
Didn't
too much.
stick with
but his
it,
hands are so small, you know what I mean?
I'll teach him a couple of things.
Yeah, he'd probably love it. Or at least he used to. He would probably love it.
So I was like, Tada Beats. Like, that's a thing. Like, that goes in with what I like. So like,
you need something?
No, I was looking at your pen. I saw it and I was like, I have a pen like that. Yeah, it's a good pen. Because I have to have one for work with the stylus on it. Is it stylus?
Stylist.
It's got my mom's name on it. I don't know.
Hell yeah. I'm about to call her up.
Not her number.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
It's just her name. You can Facebook her.
I love it. Check it out. I won't say the full name. JR, retired and loving it.
Yeah. And she went to work Friday. She's retired like 5 times now.
Yeah. I love how she's like, I'm finally retired. I got to make some fucking pins.
Yeah, got to get them.
Gotta make some
Got to
pins.
get these pins.
So going to the logo, that's why we created the logo. And underneath this logo, I couldn't put the whole thing, but it was, at the time, Supreme was really trendy. And they had just come up with the Supreme Louis Vuitton chest. And so it was like a magic box. So she did that with the rabbit. So it was like I pulled the rabbit out of the chest. I'm holding the rabbit, Tada Beats, the whole thing.
Gotcha.
Yep.
It looks like you're about to cut that rabbit's throat from that perspective.
That's
It's not
awesome.
out of the realm of possibilities.
That's
so what is
awesome.
this? This is a little baby.
This is the one that I did. This is the collaboration I did with Black and Mild down there. So I did all the melodies. He did all the drums. So he put the New Orleans style on it. It was the coolest thing. His studio was crazy. I'll tell you a little story about that.
This reminds me of old like Lil Wayne type shit.
I feel like I've heard this.
It's on a song, huh?
I don't know if they released it or not. I'm not sure.
But it's definitely been recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who do you end up doing it with? Do you know?
I have no idea. That's the weird thing about how these things work. They once you put it out there, they shop it.
Yeah.
I've tried to work with Mark Pugh, but that hasn't happened yet because he raps.
Get your shit together, Bubba.
But like, I'm not trash.
And it's not like you're trying to be like, hey, dude, give me $1,000 for this beat. You're like, hey, just use this beat.
Free beats.
Yeah, free beats. Here we go.
Man, I'll put any song that you want on my shit.
If you need like an intro song or whatever, like I have tons.
Do it.
Yeah, because that's I was talking to him. I was like, hey, I know you hadn't done the beats in a while, but
This part.
from now on. So you can see how hype he is.
Yeah,
This is
no,
how
I
I get
see
about
it,
comedy.
yeah.
Like
I love music, man. I needed to have a business to make money. I needed a vacuum to suck money in to go into rental. I have rental properties and Airbnb and stuff like that.
All local?
Yeah.
Nice.
And so I needed something to like pull money in to then redeploy it back out to properties. And so like I put this on the back burner, but when I come back to this, I'm going to be a motherfucker.
Double
That's
down
what's
on
up.
it, yeah.
That's what's up.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because he's
That's
been
awesome.
doing this since
8 years.
Yeah, no longer than that, dude. Since we were like 15, not the beats.
Yeah.
But you've been making music. So
Yep.
when me and Nick first met, it was brand new at Captain Shreve, right? And so me and my other buddy are talking about donkey shows. We're all familiar with what a donkey show is.
No, what is that? No, I'm kidding.
Okay. I was like, let's leave that one out. We talked about Centos a little bit, so let's not talk too much in it.
Not too much on the donkey show.
But so me and my buddy Kurt Wiley, I don't know where the fuck he's at. Shout out Kurt Wiley.
Hey, yo.
And he's me and him are talking about it, and Nick's sitting like maybe like 2 or 3 rows behind us on the bleachers at school.
That's the first time we met.
First time we met, and he comes down and he goes, "What the fuck is this again?" And we just let him in on this shit, and he's like, "Jesus fucking Christ, this is my new best friend ever." And so fucking me and Nick just started hanging out. And I remember going to his house in high school, and he had a keyboard. I was like, "Oh, you play piano?" And he goes, "Oh, I make techno music."
Yep.
This motherfucker was the ecstasy taking, glow stick playing, techno music making motherfucker.
Do you know a guy named Matt Thomas by chance?
No, I don't.
DJ MT?
I don't.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
But that's just it. Like, Nick's been doing this shit forever because he's always liked music and the aspect of it. And for a while, you were involved in, like, the local scene, like, producing shows and shit?
Yep.
Yeah, or doing sound for shows and things like that?
I helped out a little bit with Be Friendly, not, like, to a large extent.
Yeah.
But we crossed paths for sure. But then, like, my thing really ended up going into the rap scene, and I got very deep into like the culture and stuff like that, and so I enjoyed that a lot. I made
you got kicked out of the rap scene once they saw that blackface photo.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
Tough look.
That didn't happen.
Should have just showed him your dick. You'd have got
They're
that.
like,
Yeah, they're like, he's got a hog. He's with us.
Yeah.
He's African somewhere.
He's with us. No, the guys, the local rap scene around here is interesting, and I never really wanted to be in it, but B. Will at the time and Big Papa, they were working on some things and got a manager, and they got linked up with Badass Entertainment, which is Boosie's label. And so, like, B. Will has a song or two with Boosie, and I don't think anything really ended up surfacing with that. There were some, like, illegal things that happened, too, with some of the crew. So just some shit happened, but it was cool, man. It was a really interesting thing, especially going and like doing stuff with Black and Mild. I started making my way, and around that time, like I think that was my Hail Mary throw. I'd been doing this for a long time, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go down here and really work with this guy, and that kind of fizzled out, and I was like, I've got to do something different. And so that's why like all these different random companies started popping up, like doing like rental property, doing Airbnb, doing social media management and all that kind of stuff. And I'll circle back around and do music again soon. I would say within the next couple of years. I'll build a studio and stuff.
My favorite
That's
thing
awesome.
about this person right here, Nick, he decided one day, I don't want to work a real fucking job, so I'm not. I am done
It's
working
ballsy.
the 9-to-5
Yeah.
shit. And he was like, I'll find another way to get rich because I do want to be rich, but I will find another fucking way. And he's fucking, I mean, within the next 3-4 years, I mean, he's going to probably be where he wants to be in life. And probably, he's not one of those guys that's like, all right, I got $1 million. Now I need to see what it takes to get $1 billion. He's like, I'm making $1 million a year. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I would love to at some point if the conversation opens up to that point and we could get more people to watch this type of thing. You say like 5 people and stuff. I don't know.
I think I have 25 subscribers on this channel. I think there's 100 on the other one, but I don't. Me and Glenn started the other channel,
Yep.
so and it's one of those things where I don't want to. I'm sure that the fan base that's there was his.
Yeah.
And it's not something that I
He
don't.
just told you that.
Well, I mean, when you look at it,
Yeah,
you can kind of see. I don't know any of these people.
It's all the Keith Phil people.
Versus the His Man Cave Productions, that's anybody that I've
Yeah.
shared with,
Yeah.
which is not a lot. Don't get it wrong.
Your screen share's still up.
Oh yeah, thanks. See again, need a producer because I forget about that shit. But I don't really want to put it on my podcast. His Man Cave. There's more people that are subscribed to the channel, but I don't ever want it to be something where somebody can throw something in my face later.
Oh, then be like, well, those were my guys, and now you're earning
Correct.
off of that.
Yeah,
kind of
correct.
Shit. Yeah.
And in reality, what me and Glenn started is what me and Glenn started.
Yes.
If I continued down that path, he would kind of be entitled to it to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
But it's one of those things where it's like just cut and start.
Oh,
fresh.
while you